Alright, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions.
Hit me, bro.
Alright. When you think of the word successful, who's the first person that comes to your mind and why?
I think of DC Young Fly, one of my favourite comedians. Why? Because he's been through similar things as I have been, and I've watched him grow since he was since 2013. He's gone from gangbanging to almost facing jail time, selling drugs, to now hosting massive TV shows on MTV, being on major movies, and just making people's lives a better place to be.
What is something you believe that other people think is insane?
I believe I'm going to make it to Hollywood in such a short amount of time, because I believe I can.
Sweet. What is the book or books you've given most as a gift?
What books have I given most as a gift? I don't think I've ever bought anyone a book. That's crazy.
Sweet. What is your favorite documentary or movie?
Favorite movie would have to be Remember the Titans, because Denzel Washington's one of my favorite actors. Training Day. Documentary is More Than a Game with LeBron James. LeBron James documentary.
What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months?
Shit. Damn it. Not really a purchase. I think, I don't know. Shit. I don't know off the top of my head. Do I have to think of something?
No, rapid fire. What are your morning rituals? What do the first 60 minutes of your day look like?
So I wake up. I post as soon as I wake up. I post a little video on my Instagram, and from then on, like, I post stuff on my Instagram, and the reason I post my stuff on Instagram is because it gives me, how do you say it? It makes me have to do it because people already think that I'm going to do it. So it makes me get the fuck out of bed and go and do it, because otherwise I look like a fucking shit talking.
Accountability.
Okay, that's what. The reason I post it on Instagram is holds me accountable to do those things. That's my way of being accountable and actually getting up and doing shit.
What obsessions do you explore on the evenings or weekends?
Obsessions. I listen to a shit ton of comedy podcasts over night time when I'm in bed. What's the name? 85 South Show is probably my favourite. I listen to a lot of comedians just before I go to bed. On the weekends, nothing much, just chill.
What topic would you speak about if you were asked to give a TED Talk on something outside of your main area of expertise?
I'll give a talk about mindset and how my mindset has helped me over the past 6 to 12 months. Just believing I can do something and setting out to do it. Mindset would be the subject.
Yep. What is the best or most worthwhile investment you've made? Could be an investment of money, time, energy, or other resource. How did you decide to make the investment?
The best investment I've made is in myself. It was at the start of this semester when I found out I wasn't going to university. For this semester, I just decided to dedicate all my time to myself and just becoming a better person and working solely on myself. Training my mind, getting up early in the morning. And when it seems tough, those are the times that I really push through and go and do it. Those are the times that really push me to go and do what I was going to do. Because when it feel like stopping, and then by the time I finish, I'm like, fuck. Imagine if I didn't go and do it. That's what I always think. I'm like, imagine if I didn't go and do what I was going to do. It would make me feel like shit. So an hour out of my day to make myself the rest of my 23 hours of fucking sublime fucking day, then I'll do that 1 hour thing to make it better.
Yeah. What do you have? No, do you have a quote you live your life by or think of often?
Shit. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
That's it. What is the worst advice you see or hear being dispensed in your world?
The worst advice I'd say would come from people that don't understand where any particular individual is at in their life and where their mindset is. Like the worst advice I feel like is, oh man, you can't do that. Like that sort of shit. Like no one should be ever have the right to tell someone they can't do it, because everyone's different. Your mindset's different to mine. So when I say I want to do something, you're only telling me that I can't do it based on what you've gone through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably the worst advice.
Yeah, 100%. If you could have one gigantic billboard anywhere with anything on it, what would it say? Where would it be?
Shit. It would probably be in the States somewhere, probably Hollywood, a billboard with me being my first major role in a movie. That'll be the billboard. Warner Brothers presents.
What advice would you give your 15-year-old self, 20-year-old self, and let's say 23-year-old self, and please place where you were at the time and what you were doing?
Shit.
So 15 first.
15 first, I probably would have. Is that from what I know now?
Yeah.
I would have probably said, don't listen to grown-ups. Don't listen to people that tell you that you can't do it, because I feel like that's what kids go through the most. Like they listen to, just because a grown-up tells you can't do something, it doesn't mean shit.
Realistic.
Yeah, they're only that's the thing. They just only telling you can't do it because they never did it. That's what I'd tell my 15-year-old self. What's the other one? 20-year-old.
Yeah.
I would have told my 20-year-old self to stop thinking you made it, because you haven't even made it. And I thought I did. That's probably what I'd tell. Yeah.
Was that when you were? Where were you?
That's when I was playing footy.
Yeah.
I probably thought that I was killing it, and which led to injuries and whatnot, and just going out every night getting pissed. I would have told myself just to knuckle down for the next 2 years, and I probably would have played in RL.
Yeah. And then what? You're 26 now, so when would the next phase be? 22,
Man,
23?
I would honestly just tell myself, just trust the process. Just
Yeah.
keep building. Don't never think that you're not. Every day you're working on yourself. Like I know I'm working on myself. Whether it be just 10 minutes, that's like 10 minutes that I would have never gotten back, where I've just improved my mindset and improved my body. So I just tell myself, just keep trusting the process. Just know that whatever you're going to go through now, and I think going to jail in February will be my final obstacle that I need to complete to grab all the emotions and everything that I've been through into making it in the film industry. I tell myself to trust the process.
Yeah. How has failure or apparent failure set you up for later success? Or do you have a favourite failure of yours?
Oh man, I've got fucking heaps. I don't know which one. My favourite failure is every single failure that I've had. Like, I just think now I'm in a position where nothing really hurts me. Like, I don't really listen to other people and what they have to say. If it's a negative, I definitely don't listen to it. If it's positive, I just take it in. If it's criticism, I also take it in. I don't take it personal. I never take criticism personal. I just believe that's your opinion of me, and I can take something out of what you told me to better myself.
What is something really weird or unsettling that happened to you on a regular basis?
On a regular basis.
Or that happens to you on a regular basis?
Probably my. It doesn't happen on a regular basis anymore, but just like probably my depression when it kicks in. But man, when it kicks in now, I'm so strong just to fight it. Whereas before, I used to take medication and whatnot, but I haven't taken a medication in probably a year now. That's got to do with my condition. But man, I'm so strong now to be able to fight it and fuck it off before it even gets to a point where I'm like, fuck, my life's over. I'm just like, nah, you're here, and I just got to deal with it. Fuck, I deal with it. Wait till you go, fight it off, and keep going, baby.
What have you changed your mind about in the last few years, and why?
Fuck, these are good questions. The last few years, probably my biggest mindset was just the mindset that I used to have in the gang culture. Like, I just thought it was really cool to be a part of the gang and whatnot. And at that point, it's funny because like I look back now at the person that I used to be and what I used to do. I used to think, like now I think, fuck, that's just like, that's not life. But I understand that when you're in a mindset like that, that's what just happens. Like I think that'd probably be the biggest change that I've made in my life. Like now I'm properly living life. Like I wake up every morning and I love waking up. I wake up with a roof over my head, clothes to wear, a fucking bed to sleep on. Like if you wake up in the morning, you're blessed. Now I'm living a good life. I don't have much financially, but fuck, I've never ever been happier in the mind and the body. Fuck, ever. I don't think I've ever been this happy. So that's probably my mindset. I went from like living a life of partying and fucking all about money to like, you know what, let's get back down to basics and really figure out what really makes you happy, and that's what I'm...
Yeah. What do you believe is true even though you can't prove it?
That I'm fucking gonna make it to Hollywood. Like people, like I know it's hard right now for people to understand that. Fuck, I haven't done anything in terms of acting, but that is 100% true that I will make it. Like no one understands that because no one's in my mind, but I'm gonna make it. Just watch, baby.
Any requests for anyone watching? Any parting words?
Let's fucking get it, baby. Let's get it. Let's just get it. Fuck it. Fuck what anyone says. If you want to do something, just go and do it. Don't listen to nobody. At the end of the day, you control what goes on in your mind, and you control where you're going to go in life. No one else is going to come and tell you, oh, everyone's going to come and congratulate you when you make it. Even the people that told you weren't going to make it are going to act like they're your mates. But that's just them. You can't control how other people think about you and what other people do. You can only control what you do. So go out there and get it, man. Your turn, bro.